everybody. Thank you all for being here tonight. I really appreciate the support our community has, and I thank you all for being here. We'd like to thank Mikkel Thompson and Wise for sponsoring this venue, and also thank the Shalon for catering. We're going to have Nicole Hammond say the invocation, and then following that we'll have the venture crew lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we're thankful for the opportunity to come together as citizens and as people in this community to reflect on the last year and to look forward to the next. And we're so blessed to live in such a great town. And please bless that this meal will nourish and strengthen us. And please bless that when the time comes, we will go home safely. And I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Audience attention. Will the audience please rise? Color guard advance. Please put your hands over your hearts. Please repeat the pledge with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color guard dismissed.
My name is Carrie Malkovich. I'm with Mikkel Thompson and Wise, and I am the incoming president of the Chamber of Commerce. I hope you enjoyed your dinner and spending time with one another tonight, but we're going to start off with our Business of the Year. In 1974, Doug and Carol Ford founded Mountain Country Foods. They have been a family-owned and operated company here in Spanish Fork for the past 45 years. They started out as a very small jerky manufacturer, but soon they began producing treats for pets, and today they are one of the largest pet treat manufacturers in the United States. You can't look around Spanish Fork without seeing the generosity of Doug and Carol. From the city canine officer to the fairgrounds arena, they have contributed in many ways to make our community great. In addition, Carol has volunteered over 34 years in Nebo School District. They are the recipients of numerous awards, including Utah County Business of the Year and most recently, the Nebo School District Business Champion. We are grateful for their contributions to the Spanish Fork-Salem Area Chamber of Commerce, and we honor them as our 2018 Business of the Year. Where do you want us to stand?
This side right here.
Okay, we're taking pictures. So come on up.
Don't be scared.
Thank you so much. This is great. And do you need this out of the way, or do you want us to move over?
Okay, let me try this one.
All right, we will go on to our Business Person of the Year. Scott Rasband is one of the newest members of the Spanish Fork-Salem Chamber of Commerce Board. He is the owner of Chick-fil-A, which opened in October of 2015, creating over 100 new jobs in our area. He was selected from among more than 24,000 annual applicants to become the franchise owner of the Spanish Fork location. Scott has proven to be a great community partner. In addition to providing food and gift cards for various chamber events, this past September, Scott provided hundreds of meals to many of the firefighters and first responders during the Bald Mountain and Pole Creek fires in South Utah County. I'm personally grateful for his generosity and thoughtfulness, and I want to publicly thank him from the city of Woodland Hills. Please join me in honoring Scott Rasband as our Spanish Fork-Salem Chamber of Commerce Business Person of the Year. Scott is unable to join us this evening, and accepting the award on his behalf is his store manager, Brett Lee. Brett, are you here? Wonderful.
This is my
right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
So I'm honored this year to be able to present this year's Community Action Award recipient. I'll be honest, when I first heard that this person was receiving this award, I kind of chuckled and laughed and said, for which good deed? This person does a lot of good in our communities, and I'm so blessed and honored because this individual has also been a friend and a mentor to me, and someone that's very dear to my heart. This year's recipient is Carrie Malkovich. Carrie is the Director of Public Relations for McKell, Thompson and Wise, attorneys at law, and currently serves as the President for the Spanish Fork, I cannot get my words out, sorry, I apologize, Spanish Fork Salem Chamber of Commerce. In addition, she also serves as a member of the Woodland Hills City Council, where she played an integral role during the Bald Mountain Pole Creek fires. As the public information officer, she disseminated critical information to residents, the community, and law enforcement, and served as liaison between the cities and the county, state, and federal elected officials in the area agencies. With a desire to pay it forward, she also organized the recent Hope for Paradise benefit concert, which raised over $25,000 in funds to be sent to victims of the Paradise, California. Carrie graduated from Brigham Young University with a degree in communications with an emphasis in public relations. She is a mother of 6 children and a grandmother of 7, and just an all-around wonderful, awesome person. So this is for you. So join me in celebrating, congratulating Carrie and me finding the right plaque.
Yeah, we want Mike in the picture.
Come on over. All right, right here. 1, 2, 3. One more.
Kevin Dunn for Total Citizen of the Year Award. And I want to change this to Total Hero of the Year Award for myself. I was able to have a great conversation with Kevin this past week just to get to know him a little bit better, and I hope I can do him justice. We first met a few years ago, and he's a graduate from BYU, which I didn't understand, and I just found that out. But the first time I met him, I think he did put on a University of Utah football jersey, and I thought that was pretty impressive. It taught me that he is willing to do the job, whatever kind of job it is, to make sure it gets done right, and he does what others lack the courage to do. I asked him how he got his big start in business, in the world of business, in his career. And he said, me and my big mouth. And then he went on telling a wonderful story of how he was first in advertising, and then was in California, and then came to Utah, and he was working for an ad agency. I think it was his own ad agency, and really just trying to make things happen. And he was trying to sell ad space to a tire store in Utah County. And the guy was like, no, I'm not advertising. No one ever buys tires here. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And he had another store in Fillmore, and he said, well, I'd actually love to sell this place. And Kevin said, I think I can arrange that. And did a little research and ended up buying his first tire store. Now he's located in Payson. I thought that was neat. I asked him what he enjoys most in life, and he said helping other people. And I know he lives this just by the way he said it and the way he presents himself. I asked if he had any heroes, and he said his parents were his best example at thinking of others. And then he also said his wife of 45 years, which is a great feat. That was actually my football number, and so my wife and I are going to make it 45 years now, just because of that. I asked what would he consider his greatest accomplishment, and he said staying alive, which I loved. And the other thing was making payroll. He's made a successful payroll for 2 weeks for over 32 years. And he said one of his greatest joys is each of his employees, he gets to see them progress and start families of their own and get into their own homes. And he says that's always a great moment for him. I asked him about his favorite quote, and he said it was the Invictus poem. And so, in honor of Kevin, and this is the first time I've ever done this in public, I wrote Kevin a little poem. So, the man, Kevin Dunn. It means to be done right. His heart calms the lion storm we all face as business owners. His sight lights the path for every employee he's ever had. He's a hero to many and a dear friend to those who are close to him. 32 years is a lifetime of service. He didn't do it for a bigger boat, but to better mankind. He'll ride off into the sunset on flashing tires wherever he goes. For this he knows, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Kevin Dunn.
Right here, gentlemen. Thank you.
Here, hold on, I'm going to hold on. Yeah, no, just
Right here. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. Thank you.
Well, Nebo School District also picked Mountain Country Foods as our business of the year that's partnered with our schools. And we made a fun little video, and they haven't actually even seen it yet. So she's going to go ahead and set that up. While they're doing that, they have volunteered and helped in so many ways, and it's their entire family. We'll go ahead and start it, and then I'll... Nebo School District is excited to announce our champions this year, Mountain Country Foods, and that's Doug and Carol Ford.
We started out in the edible beef jerky business, and in the last several years is when we started producing treats for pets.
Doug and Carol Ford have actually been helping Nebo School District for many, many years. Starting back 34 years ago, Carol has donated her time in elementary schools and most recently at Spanish Fork High for the last 20 years.
I feel more a part of the community and the schools by spending time there. I've developed friendships over the years, and it's made me more confident in how the school district is managing our students and our schools.
Most recently, the Ford family donated a large sum of money that's helped Nebo School District in securing our schools. We've created a strategic committee because of this donation to help see where we can help schools specifically, how to make them more safe for students.
Making contributions to the schools has been really a high priority in our family's vision. I think if we can keep the students in the schools and learning, maybe we can prevent some of them from being on the streets at a later time, and I think everything will be better.
We're thrilled because they actually help Nebo School District in many ways. They've always been willing to support in any area that we're looking at.
I have seen Lana handle so many issues. She is passionate about what she does. She represents parents in the school district so well.
We hope that we're giving back to the Fords. They give their time, talent, and treasure, and it's rare to find that kind of business partner, and we have that in Nebo School District with the Fords. Would you please come up? We didn't know what they were going to use in the video because another company actually created that video for us, but they were just so charming and so amazing. And honestly, in education, we couldn't do this without partnerships of businesses. And over the years, there's been so many, but none better than you. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. So you guys are here?
What side is this?
I think that is the best side. One more. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Just quickly, Lana, thanks so much for thinking of us. When it comes to education for the kids, what they showed on the clip there, we believe is so important to, keep the students occupied, and, what a great thing to be able to help with. We're so fortunate that we're able to, be able to help with this cause. And I think the other thing is, a little bit about this, this community and the group of people we have here at this deal. Really starting with the mayor and the city council and the administration, this awesome chamber that we, have here right now, and then particularly all the citizens in Spanish Fork. Over all of my career, I've been able to, done a lot of traveling and even some international, and it's pretty cool to, say Spanish Fork is our home, and it's for those reasons. So thanks so much.
We're going to do a Legislative Action Award. We've got 2 plaques, and we have 2 mayors. I always joke with Mayor Leifson every chance I get that Wendy Prey is actually my favorite mayor, and tonight she is my favorite mayor. And if Mayor Richardson's here, I didn't see him, but don't tell anybody in Salem. So I'm gonna award. We want you to come up. We want to talk about you while you're up here. So we've got Mayor Prey from Woodland Hills.
Mayor Ellis from Elk Ridge.
So we had a big fire, and we had some mayors that had some challenges in their community, and it was remarkable to see our mayors. And I just want to say one thing about Wendy Prey. We talked. I had an idea that there was going to be an evacuation. We talked. I think we had some meetings at the time, and I think Wendy was up in Salt Lake and had a chance to come home early, and I knew the city was likely to be evacuated. And Wendy stepped in, was a total rock star all the way through. What stood out to me, the one moment, and I know there's a photo of it, I should have, if we had more time, I would have found it. I watched Wendy Prey stand on the side of the road and watched her entire city evacuate. She stood on the side of the road and waved the entire city out. And to me, that's always, when I think of Legislative Action Award in the community, I'm never gonna forget Wendy Prey. And so I'm going to award that to you tonight, and it's from Deidre and I both. We both think you're amazing, but let me give you that one, and then Deidre, you're next.
So, and we watched when Woodland Hills all went back and repopulated their homes, which was no easy feat, right? To have, we all thought about how do we evacuate, but it was another story. How do we get everybody back to their homes? And then there was Mayor Prey standing on the side of the road waving to all of her citizens as they came back into their neighborhoods, and that was really neat. And Mayor Ty Ellis of Elk Ridge was just an incredible pillar of strength. And this was a really difficult situation for everybody. And Mayor Ellis had to juggle work responsibilities and trying to figure out how do we do this? There were some citizens that were maybe a little bit on the difficult side, and he just handled everything so well with so much grace. And I was just, as the state senator representing both of these cities and all the other cities affected by the fire, it was really heartening to me to see these 2 public servants step forward and be willing to do the hard things and make the hard decisions and take the heat, literally and figuratively, during all of that. And so I'm grateful to both of you for your leadership and your service to our community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have one other item we're going to give our mayors. So Eric Melander has got some great photos, and I want you to look at them. Make sure they show them to you. So we've got Elk Ridge on the far right for you, Mayor Ellis. You are the far right. And Wendy, you are the far left with Woodland Hills. The middle one, it was day 2. I know the first day of the fire, Deidre was all over the fire, and we were at Smith's, we were at Little Caesars. She's taking food to everybody imaginable. And she's there all night, the mayor's there all night. The next morning, I get a call from Deidre at 6 in the morning. She's like, where are you? I've already bought donuts. I'm in Woodland Hills. Where are you? If there was another individual that was there every step of the way, I mean, the senator was there every step of the way. The mayors will tell you that. So I got an extra picture for Deidre. This is in Salem. And what I like about this picture, and Eric Melander has these, you see the calm and the steady with the fire raging above, and we had some leaders that were calm and steady with a big problem up above, and that's how she legislates on Capitol Hill, so she has to hang it in her Capitol Hill office, but she's got a picture as well, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, look right here. Okay, one more. Gotcha.
Okay, I'll carry this over.
I need to excuse Mayor Christensen tonight. He had a prior commitment that took him out of state, but he would love to have been here to do this in person. So instead, I have the honor to present the Salem City Mayor's Award to an individual who is involved in just about every aspect of our community. If you've ever been to an event in Salem, you may not have seen this person there. You may not have seen Terry there. But he's there, and he's the reason everything is functioning. He's the reason we have sound and lights, and he is taking care of everything behind the scenes, and he does so with a very happy demeanor. Even though things are up and down occasionally, he's always happy, always positive, and he makes sure that things are running the very best they can. And personally, Terry's a very wonderful community member. He's a kind-hearted person that gives of his time any way he can. And he does it without wanting to be in the spotlight. He does it without recognition. He does it because it's what Terry does. He's one of our most reliable community members, and so it's my privilege to present the Salem City Mayor's Award to Terry Ficklin.
Well, it's a great honor to be here and to present Spanish Fork City's Mayor Award. I really enjoy doing this. We have so many great people here in our community, and it's hard to single one or the other out, but you know, we have to do that. This year is Susan Richardson Chapman, and she's got such a list of everything she's done. I've got to read it because it's crazy. So she was born here in Spanish Fork. She has a master's degree in public health from BYU, and she's passionate about public safety. She was involved with the QPR training that has brought suicide awareness to our community. She's spent countless hours helping to organize health fairs for the past 2 years, and she's been an advocate for the Active and Healthy movement on Facebook, where she's organized contests, posted information, promoted the city's initiative to help our community become more active and healthy. She's organized 5K races and really has been an advocate for health and wellness for many years. She's instrumental in writing a grant that got more funding for our city. She teaches part-time at UVU. She taught at BYU and used to work for the Utah Health Department. She's an avid runner, exerciser, scrapbooker, credible mom to 5 boys, and support to her husband. She always has a warm, bright smile, and she touches those people around her. Also, she nominated her neighbor for the Random Act of Kindness. If any of you know what that is, it's a program where they go around and pick individuals and communities and do random acts of service for these individuals. Her neighbors take in special needs, adopted special needs children, and so she nominated them and was actively involved in that project. It was really a neat experience to see the community come together and help that individual, the Strong family, and all because of Susan's involvement with the community, always wanting to make it better. The city's blessed because of Susan, and she's a great asset to our wonderful city here. So it's an honor to present her with this award. on up here. You know, she can't do it without you.
Big part of it. All right, right here. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
I am very honored to be able to tell you who the 2018 Chamber President Award goes to. It goes to Ed Jeffrey. Ed Jeffrey has been the accountant for the Chamber for the past 10 years. Ed started out his accounting career back in Virginia, where he worked as an accountant for a Fortune 500 company for 20 years. After leaving the corporate life behind, Ed and his wife Peg started their own tax and accounting business back in Virginia. In 2008, Ed and his family moved to Utah and opened Jeffrey Tax and Accounting right here in Spanish Fork. Ed has a wonderful sense of humor, and according to his wife Peg, he was an avid runner and loved being an enduro motorcycle rider in his younger days. Ed has worked countless hours to help our chamber succeed and prosper, and that's really very much the truth. This was never more evident than in the past summer when we ran into an issue with our QuickBooks account. Ed spent hours and hours on the phone and spoke to over 15 different people in order to get this issue resolved. This took, I don't remember how long, it was weeks or probably even a month. I don't remember, it was a long time. He spent a lot of time helping us out. I would like to recognize Ed and all of his hard work on our behalf and award him with this year's Chamber President Award.
I've known Pete Hansen since I started in the chamber in 2015, and he had been working for SF-17 since the previous year when he took over for Bryce Walker. Pete has worked for TV stations all over the country, and when he isn't busy keeping SF-17 alive, he works as a photographer taking portraits, family pictures, or doing wedding photography. He even told me recently about a great video project that he went back to Pennsylvania to film, so he goes all over. While he's been at SF-17, he has not only filmed different promo pieces for the chamber, city, and local businesses, but he has helped to create popular in-house TV shows for Spanish Fork, such as Studio Chatter, Shootin' Straight, Be Well Spanish Fork, and Goose in the Wild. Pete is always willing to help take the time at our many chamber events to help our businesses show off their assets, and is continually looking for ways to improve SF-17 by not only attending conferences, but networking with others to find out what has been working for them and their TV stations, and using those ideas to simplify and streamline programming at SF-17. Our many Spanish Fork businesses know that they are always in good hands when Pete is around. I want to thank him for all of his hard work and fantastic ideas he has used to help our chamber succeed. Congratulations, Pete.
Now we're going to do the outgoing board service awards, the people who are leaving that served in 2018. And first one we have is Kevin Dunn. Adam Walker. And Susan Taylor. Is Adam here?
I haven't seen
I don't see him, darn it. And Todd Dickerson. We've also got a special gift for Todd because he was also on our executive board. So.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so I'd like to introduce our 2019 Executive Board. So our president this year is Carrie Malkovich. She is with McKell, Thompson & Wise law firm. Wendy Osborne, she's with Tabitha's Way. She is our incoming president for 2020, so our vice president this year. And then Katrina Campbell, she is our past president. She's probably happily on her way out.
Not happily.
Katrina got the gavel last year, so now she can just hang it up. And this one, yeah. So now Carrie gets the gavel. So we want to thank you for your hard work and willingness to help us. So
Thank you.
So we will introduce the new board members to you. Will they come up or just stand? All right, would everyone please come up when your name is read? The 2019 board members include Andrew Adams of Central Bank, Jesse Carden from Griffles, Billy Dahl from Wells Fargo, Don Davis from Gunderson Dental, Emil Lynn Gardner-Jones with Birkinshaw Hathaway Realty, Brian Halverson with Zions Bank, Nicole Hammond with ServPro, Matthew Harrison, MLH Heating and Cooling, Heather Hone, Utah Valley Animal Rescue, Brenda Lydiard, Circle V Meat, Scott Rasband, Chick-fil-A, Aaron Stern, My Sister's Closet, Mike Van Dyke from Access Accident Center, and Lance Wilson from Lance Wilson State Farm. I now charge you, the board directors of the Spanish Fork Chamber of Commerce, with the responsibility of governing the chamber. You are to meet frequently to conduct the affairs of the chamber. You are to establish policy and procedures, and you are to ensure that the financial needs of the Chamber of Commerce are met by assisting in fundraising and with chamber membership. You are to actively promote the chamber in our communities and actively participate in chamber events. With your acceptance of this election and invitation to serve, you assume the responsibility of representing the membership of this chamber and performing your duties to the best of your abilities. If you can accept this charge, please say, "I will."
I will.
Congratulations. I present to you the Board of Directors for 2019. Thank you. We really are lucky to have such a wonderful business community. And as you can see from the board members that were just installed, we have quite a diversity from large corporations to small single-owner businesses. They really represent our community as a whole, and I hope you feel the way I feel about them serving. It's really, truly an honor to be serving alongside of them. At our recent board retreat, we adopted a new mission statement for the Chamber. It's to promote a vibrant local economy, to produce collaborative business partners, and to serve as the voice of business in enhancing the Spanish Fork Salem area. To promote, to produce, and to serve. Together, we build upon the foundation of excellence that has been established during the past 50 years that our chamber has existed. We will accomplish these goals through collaboration, fundraising, involvement, which will lead to the business community of influence. We will collaborate with other community partners outside of our organization to build strength and energy in our community. We will fundraise to provide a stable and diverse revenue system in order to accomplish our goals as our communities continue to grow. And involvement, enhancing our abilities to partner internally with our chamber members. Our goal is to provide you meaningful membership. We want to coordinate and maximize our efforts as your business and community partner. We look forward to building and strengthening our relationships with our wonderful cities, Salem and Spanish Fork, Thank you, mayors. We appreciate, and council people who are on our board representing you. We really appreciate the support and the time that you give to the chamber in helping us to promote our business community. In fact, in this partnership, we will now be rotating between the Spanish Fork and Salem City offices for our monthly board meetings. We will continue to support them in partnering with city events and other things that they see that are important to our communities. Another thing is we are forming connections with the newly formed Utah County Association of Chambers, a group of like-minded individuals representing the 8 chambers throughout the valley. As growth continues, these alliances will be beneficial to our chamber and to the business community. We are grateful for your chamber membership, for your support of the business community, and for your dedication into making our cities great. Thank you for coming here tonight. Thank you for supporting us as a new chamber board, and thank you for all that you do to strengthen the community around us. Overall, when I look at each of you and the tables here sitting, and I see friends, and I see colleagues, and I see people who have really made a difference in our community, and I hope you know how much you're appreciated and how much we value our relationship with you and look forward to a really great year together. Thank you.